On today's show, getting paid to wait by resisting early payouts. Part one of this week's series on the strategies to maximize Social Security benefits with Social Security strategist and expert Brian Doherty. Hi everyone, I'm Steve Savant, syndicated financial columnist and contributing author to Backroom Technician and Innsmouth. Let's get down to business. Welcome to the show, Brian.
Thanks, Steve. Great to be here.
Well, Brian, you are the niche man. I mean, this is all you do. You're Mr. Social Security. You're not Mr. You do incorporate retirement strategies, but this is where you live 24/7. How did you get involved in this?
I got involved with it the last few years when I worked at New York Life. I was very involved with retirement income planning and training financial advisors on the challenges that people face once they retire. And it was during this time that I started to read some research about Social Security. And up until then, I've been in the business for over 20 years. I knew literally nothing about Social Security. And when I started to read about it, I was amazed at the program itself, how robust it was, what they allowed you to do, some of the features of it. And I also knew that very few people actually knew much about it. And it was at that time I decided I have to go out and educate people and write a book about this.
Now, you have a book coming out pretty much here in the fall, sometime in October, I think it is?
Yes.
And what's the title of the book?
Getting Paid to Wait.
Getting Paid to Wait. Now, I've noticed that I've seen some of your material. Many Americans, the moment they turn 62, they execute the payout stream.
They do. In fact, that is still the most popular age to claim their benefits. Although it has been going down in terms of the number of the people and percentages. It used to be well over 50% claimed their benefits at age 62, the earliest they could claim, and they'd lock into the lowest benefit they could receive for the rest of their lives. By age 65, Steve, 75% of people have still claimed their benefits, and by age 66, over 95% of people have claimed their benefits, and hardly anybody waits till after age 66.
Give us the basic 101, because I think people think, well, I paid into the Social Security system forever.
Yeah.
I'm now going to get my payout, whether it's 62, 65, 66, depending upon your age. And now I'm just taking that, my wife's taking hers, and that's it. There's no other games to be played, there's no maximization, there's no leverage, and why should I wait?
Well, there is a reason to wait. There's a good reason to wait, although most people don't do it. You're right. I guess the bottom line is they don't think it pays to wait. As you know, they can wait until as long as age 70 to claim, and at age 70, they would maximize their Social Security benefits, and they would receive the biggest monthly paycheck from Social Security for the rest of their lives. A lot of people know that, but they still choose to claim early because at the end of the day, I think they believe it doesn't pay for them to wait. What if I die before I claim my benefits or shortly afterwards? I'm not waiting, I'm getting my money now.
I've noticed that, and my age is a specific issue, as a baby boomer in that certain sector that I was born in, I've noticed that it's 132% of the full retirement age. Mine is 66. If I wait 70, that number, that's like 8% return. I couldn't touch that with anything guaranteed.
No, you can't, especially in today's environment of incredibly low interest rates. And that's why people should seriously consider delaying their benefit as long as they can. Now, what I've done is, in terms of my strategies, I show them the one or two strategies that'll pay them the most amount of money while they wait. It's one of, I think, the most incredible things that Social Security allows you to do, especially with a married couple. Whoever has the bigger benefit should try to delay as long as possible. And while they're delaying, I show them how they can still receive income from Social Security while they're delaying and how they can get paid to wait. I think it's pretty incredible, and I think people should at least consider this before they make their claiming decision.
I went out to the Social Security site about 3 months ago, signed up, looked at my benefits. I saw none of the strategies that you talk about in your book, that you've talked about in your lectures. I see none of these strategies. I mean, so I can't depend on the government to lay out all the options, even though they wrote the legislation on this.
Yes. Technically, they're not supposed to give out advice or information in terms of what people should do. They can answer your questions, but they can't advise you in terms of what you should do and what's the best strategy to maximize your Social Security payments.
What's really interesting for advisors, and I just really recommend, you need to look at this. If you're in the retirement actual model, if you're doing retirement planning for your clients and that's your main forte in your wheelhouse, you need to start looking at Social Security as the icebreaker and the gatekeeper. This is how do you crash in to get clients. This is one of those, I would say, market penetration tactics that could really help your own practice itself. And of course, you're going to learn about your own product. I learned a ton when I was out on the Social Security system.
Absolutely. In fact, I think if financial advisors look at this and they help clients make this decision, first of all, I think they'll get to them before anybody else does, because most people make this decision totally on their own. I think a lot of times they make a poor decision. They get minimum benefits instead of maximum benefits. And if financial advisors are into or retirement income planning is a big part of their business, this may helping their clients make a better Social Security claiming decision will have a positive impact on the overall retirement income plan, and will position their clients, put them in a much better position to have a much more financially comfortable retirement.